Hello! Welcome to my channel. My name is Brian, and in my last video, I broke down all the drama around dbrand's Killswitch for the Switch 2. I also included a bit of the unboxing, specifically the grip itself, the travel cover, and the dock adapter. But a couple of you asked in the comments about some of the other products that came with the Ultra Kit, which has not only the case, skin, and travel cover, but also the stick grips and the screen protector. And since I filmed the whole thing, I figured today I'd share with you the extended unboxing. Now, even though this is just the unboxing, I will reference the issues and drama around the Killswitch. So if you haven't seen my other video, I'd recommend you go check that one out. Oh, and last time I mentioned how close I was to 1,000 subscribers. And well, guess what? We did it. We passed 1,000, and I truly can't believe it. It feels like it happened so fast. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you who have subscribed, all of you who have followed along and supported my channel. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing, giving this video a like, and maybe going back to check out some of my other videos. They're not all dbrand, they're not all Switch 2, and I think there may be some that are right up your alley. But for now, sit back, relax, and let's get into the unboxing. So, they have this nifty, I don't even know what it says. In a book, then give the book to us. What is this? Talking about Damascus steel? Lost to time? What do they have on this bag? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below what the heck this is saying. All right, so we've got the actual, let's move my Switch 2 out of the way. Oh, look at that. I'm holding it with one hand. So we've got the actual grip. This is it's actually a nice box, shiny box. So we've got the grip itself, which I guess should sit like that. And then we've got read this before opening. And I don't know what that is. Oh, those are my glow skins. How exciting. Interesting. What's even on it? Little doodles. It's got little doodles. It's got little doodles on it. Okay, interesting. So this, I guess, is the screen protector. Unlike virtually all other modern tech hardware, the Switch 2 display is not covered in glass. True. And it's true. Oh man, let me get this off my lap. It's making noise on my mic. What else is in here before I read that? And we've got, this is a flashlight, a little UV flashlight, and a QR code of some kind, and Prism 2 to flawlessly install your screen protector. Okay, instructions, a UV flashlight, the bag is gone. That's it, that's everything I got. It's quite a haul. That's a lot of stuff. So, let's open it up. Let's open one thing at a time. So this is the Prism 2. Prism 2, I don't know what the difference is between the Prism 2 and the Prism 1, but we got the Prism 2. So, opening it up. Ooh, I can read instructions. I can't read instructions. So, like, that's the kind of thing. It's exactly the snarkiness I'm talking about. It's not bad. It's funny. Okay. There's the cleaning kit. Oh, there's two. That's how it should be. If you're going to buy a screen protector, it should come in two. All right. It says you gently hold the tray with one hand and remove the pull tab with the other hand. Then immediately swipe along the dotted line. Swipe. Wait 5 seconds. I'm waiting 5 seconds. Remove the tray by pulling from either side. Is it leaving behind? Or is it coming with? Oh no, it is. Okay. It's like the other side, the glass screen protector. Okay, okay. All right, noticeable bubbles. We got noticeable bubbles. Let's see if I can squeegee them out. Almost there, almost there, almost there. Come on. There it is. Hello, one gone. Cha, 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 cha. All right, this is exciting stuff. Woo! And it just ran away. Heck yeah. This is a win. I think that's kind of flawless. I think I nailed it. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. No bubbles. Ooh. Okay. Now, how do I feel between these two? So this is like a cheap one from Best Buy. Probably have the link down in the description. Any affiliate links you choose to purchase from really helps my channel out a ton, but I will say it feels better. Yep, it feels better. It's just like, I know this is glass and that's glass. They're both glass. The dbrand one does feel like my finger is gliding more easily. Yeah. This one just feels not as smooth. Interesting. A pleasant surprise. Look at me. Look at me with the dbrand. Look at me with the dbrand. All right, so that's good. Is it worth more than double the price? Well, you know, I had more bubbles under my first attempt at my cheapo one. So, like, it was harder to get all the bubbles out. This was clean. You're kind of pretty much paying for the applicator more than the glass itself, but the glass genuinely feels better. Weirdly, it feels colder. I don't know if that's, I don't know why. That's weird. Why is it colder? I don't know. Someone tell me in the comments below, why would better glass be colder? So that is the 3D, or not 3D, that's the glow in the dark, the Glowbot. I like it. Very fun. It's gonna brighten up the Joy-Cons, that's for sure. Let's get that up there. Let's open this. Actually, I'm just gonna put this completely out of the way. Ah, here we go. And we open. Ooh. Don't screw this up. That's fine. Don't screw this up. Indeed. Let's turn it towards me. Okay. So we've got the cover and the grip itself. Oh, my first time. Ah. Yeah. Feels good. It's very reminiscent of my Skull & Co, where I just kind of had like a full wraparound for my fingers, and then I could just relax my hand. These ones similarly. I know that some people like a case that flares out more like a, I don't even know, more like a certain controllers that come out. This is the Joy-Con grip. See how it comes out more? It's more of an outside angle. This is still vertical. I think that the vertical is fine just because it leads to a more compact grip for travel. So I don't mind it. But okay, the build quality is pretty good. It's got like a texture. It's got a texture. People are complaining about the build quality. I don't see that. So then, oh, it's an elastic. Oh, interesting. So you undo a little bungee cord, and then I assume this just peels right off. And then inside has the game cartridge holder. That's good. I think that's removable. I'm not going to, but I think that's potentially, it looks removable. we're gonna assume it's removable. Oh, immediately. Oh no, it's faulty. Wow, okay. Yeah. That is far more secure in my hands than the Switch 2 itself. Oh, okay, and then here we go. Here we do require adhesive. This is for the kickstand because, as you may recall, the kickstand is one solid piece that comes out. It's so thin. It's so thin. They couldn't add a grip to it. I get it. I don't fault them for it. I don't know if I'm going to put this. I don't know if I'm going to glue it on. I don't love the idea of adhesive, so we'll see if I can use it without the kickstand adhesive. This is the joystick rubber covers. Does it really need it? Does it really need it? I don't know. This was not a factor. These were not a factor in my purchase of the joystick covers. I'll try them though. Why not? And then that's it. That's the case. And then over here, we've got the adapter. Interesting. Interesting. So, interesting. Let's actually look at the, is there anything else in here? Spare adhesive. Spare adhesive, if you so choose. I'm going to, and let's take these back out. Just so we have all the parts. All the parts. Woo, smell that off-gassing. Eesh. Foam. Foam. Okay. So, this I like. I like the look. All right. We'll do the skin. First, we'll do it in the order they say to do. So let's take it off. And we do first one at a time. I don't know how necessary it is to really go full dust removal, but we're doing it. Okay. So that's clean. We'll do the first one. We just got to align it with all the buttons. How does one do this? That very carefully, very, very carefully. Oof. Okay. Okay. Get my fingertip off of that. Delicate business putting these on. How form-fit are these is my question. Seems to be pretty darn form-fit. Is it gonna wrap around my home button? Yes, it is. Okay. All right. So there you go. So that's one Joy-Con sticker. Nothing's in the way of anything. That's good. Clean. All right, let's do the other one. Cool. Okay. I have access to all the buttons. Okay, there you go. What do you think? All right, so now they're all white. It'll be easier to find them, easier to see them. That's good. And they glow in the dark. We'll play with that later. Okay, so these go, okay. So the skin itself doesn't look as good outside of the grip. So let's do the grip. All right, so I think you just slide it in. Get that around there. Get that around there. Okay. Slide her in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And come on. There it is. All right, everything's on. And that's that. Everything is on. So mine isn't covering up the numbers. That's good. At least not how I naturally slid it on. But that, whew, feels so much better in one hand. That feels better. Okay, I like that. Let's get the other one on. So we got the lefty loosey. Beep boop boop. Beep bop bop bo. Yip a doo. Making noises. Come on, baby. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. I think there was a way that I was supposed to slide this in that I'm not. I think there's a way that I'm supposed to do this and I'm struggling with. Well, it needs to just kind of fit back there, right? And then this just needs to kind of go up and over. There you go. There you go. Lovely. Lovely. And that goes down there and should seat. That's seated. All right. We are sat. All right. And so now with the case on, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. It looks like the skin is meant to be there a lot more. Okay. Now we've got the, I'm very happy to not have to worry about scratching the actual device from here on forward, even if they are more drop prone. Okay, so we'll move those to the side, get this up. Meow. All right, so that's the bottom. You're supposed to remove these teeny tiny little straps. Whoop. Just to make the adhesive sit better. Get that down there. And then we just kind of slide this guy on top. Oop. Slide that guy on top. Or no, I think you're supposed to do the bottom first. You do the bottom first. Oop. Oop. And then we go right on. Don't scratch my case. Don't scratch my switch now. Hold on. We'll do it. I think I'd rather the top. Yeah, there we go. And now we just gingerly lift. We gingerly lift. How do they do this? Gingerly lift. Gingerly lift. Over top. And then a little, tiny little, gentle push. Look at that. Look at that. We YOLO'd that just a little bit, but okay. Solid. Let's clear. Whoop. Dusty. Okay. So that's on there, and then now you're supposed to do this guy, which I will do for the sake of science. Oh, peel that guy off of there. Ooh, there's a lot of adhesive on it. Okay. Nope, didn't do it. Alignment wrong. Okay, that's aligned. And that, nope, is aligned. Okay, so there's a little bit of the actual what's it called? Kickstand. It's just like slightly exposed at the top. I get it. That's what is required to give clearance, presumably. Yeah. But hello, I've got the kickstand cover on. There we go. Still clicks just fine. I think that thing's gonna come off. I have no faith in adhesive, which is why I would not trust a Joy-Con that was gripping purely through adhesive. But there you go. That is the case. Let us find out. I am holding it conventionally. I am holding it conventionally, supporting. All right. Hey-oh. All right, there we go. All right, mine. I'm being extra careful with it, but there we go. Okay, so mine isn't the worst. I don't have the worst case scenario. Some people couldn't get it even halfway. So if I'm holding this, and the second you angle it, you're good to go. That's never coming off. That's never coming off. But if I'm holding it due west, you know, if I hold it flat, totally flat, it will, no, it's okay. Okay, what a relief. What a relief. I will still replace it with their replacement case when the day comes, but let's say hello. Hello, that's me in the glass. I'm excited about that. This feels absolutely solid. Is there any more play? I mean, I feel like maybe I'm just looking for it, but I feel like I can see. No, see, I can't even catch it in the camera. Okay. No, this works. This works. That's not coming off left, right. This is solid. It's hefty. It's definitely hefty, but I can hit all the buttons. Oh, a case on my Switch 2. What a freaking relief. It feels good. Feels solid. I like how it feels in my hands. I'm not gonna have my palms fall asleep because it's not shoving a Joy-Con right into it. That's great. And then they come off easily, and then they should be able to, because this is the whole point. Why would you care so much about removing the Joy-Con when I didn't care on my original Switch? Ooh, now that's not seated right. Now see, that's where. Okay. Well, this is the whole point. The whole point of a removable Joy-Con is to have mouse mode, because this is one of the biggest things about the Switch 2. One of the biggest features of the Switch 2 that makes it different from the Switch 1, outside of high frame rates, 4K, all that stuff, is the mouse control, but this thing is not seating fully onto my Joy-Con at all. Like, the button's already pushed. You can tell because right at the top, that thing sticks out. See? When there's no grip on it, that sits flush. That is the indicator that you have ejected this thing. I can just pull it right off. It doesn't connect. Okay. That's not good. That is not good. Let's see if the blue lefty does the same. No. Okay. Well, to a much lower degree. What is it about the rights? Because it seems to be the right Joy-Cons in all the videos. Is it the same? Yeah, they both are mid-eject, see? That's a shame. Okay, but, I mean, it'll stay on. It's not coming off. You have to peel it from the top. But, hey, know that this thing is not going to fit. I mean, you see the lights flashing inside, but that's just because they're little windows. There's no actual mechanism in this thing. So is it as important that it lays completely flat? No, I guess not. I guess it isn't as important when you're playing whatever it's called, swipe and roll. I can't remember what it's called. When you're playing that one, I mean, it still feels like, to me, I mean, it sits right up. It doesn't fall over. I don't know. But that is the indicator. It is not flush. So, do with that what you will. But on the system itself, I'm supporting. But yeah, right there. Okay, yeah, it definitely has some flex. But I personally am petrified of picking up my Switch 2 by just the Joy-Con. So this makes it more rock solid. There's definitely some weight to it though. I should have weighed the case on its own. I'm sure people have done that, but that feels good. It feels good in the hand. And this is the whole point of it, is you can go wha-bam, wha-bam. The button fully does need to be on mine. Yeah, the eject is fully required. So that's good. It feels the exact same removing these as it has for 2 weeks without a case. So I like that. Let's try this guy out. So I don't know, do I have a game? I got my old one. I got the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But, bonk. Ooh. You know what? That is a great design. It's a great design. Somewhere I have my, I have a little cartridge holder. It's like a flip knife kind of thing. And getting them in and out of there, ugh, it's such a pain. They are wedged in, but this, you just push down. The fact that this has a little bit of wiggle means it comes right out. That's great. Okay, happy with that. And then it should just go like that. Yep. And then just go down and around. And that's it. It is now solid. And advantage, there's no way you can rip them off. I was worried since this isn't going to be in a case. I was worried that the flex, that the air gap issue, the whole thing would mean that you can't travel with it. Because if this is just going to pop off, Joy-Cons falling left and right. But since this is a rigid front, there is no way to get that flex in the back. Because you're not able to push from the front, and in the back, you're just pushing up against the solid cover. So that is exactly what I wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I'm happy with this. I am happy, I'm very happy with the cover design I don't have my bag in here, but that is as small as you can possibly get. Remember, I was dealing with this before. It's much, much bigger. Switch 2 may be giant compared to the Switch 1, but with this case on, it's a fraction of the size of my old case. So that's a win, a win-win. Side by side. Look at that. Look at that. Let's take this off. Hey, up, hey, up. Ba-da-da-da. Oh yeah. Side by side. That is a dirty screen, but ignore it. Ignore it. I'm happy. I'm happy. And I'm particularly happy because as I sit here saying the little wrist strap doesn't fit right, I am in my mind considering the fact that they are going to replace this. So I hope, dbrand, if you're watching this, I doubt you will, but if you are watching this, dbrand, make sure that this goes down. That will be, to me, a sign of true victory. If that is fully flush. So, I mean, you can see it goes partially down, ever so slightly. Oh, let's see, makeup influencer, makeup influencer, makeup influencer. So see, oh, come on, focus on my fingers. There we go. So ready? That's how it should be if it's fully seated, fully flush. If I do this, gow, it doesn't go down, but it goes down slightly. See? Yeah, that's as far, but it's not flush. It's not flush. It's not flush. So, you know, not quite there, dbrand, but you know that. I'm not the first to tell you. So, okay. Then the next thing that they next thing I purchased for a massive fortune was, oh, I forgot about the joystick things. All right, I'll put them on. I'll put them on so you can know that I put them on. Here we go, ready? And come on, ayo, revert. Come on, come on, little one. Push, push. Come on, come on. Oh, I accidentally pulled the left one off. I leveraged it. Okay. All right, got it on. Does that feel? Okay, yeah, actually. Actually, yeah, that feels better. Yeah, I kind of like it. Okay. Other than putting these on, but I could tell you, there were thumbstick covers. Thumbstick covers came with my old case as well. They were gone very quickly, so we'll see. But that, all right, fully seated. It feels better. Yeah, it feels like it's sliding under my finger less, so I'm okay with that. I can't believe I leveraged it off. I can't believe it. After doing a whole video, after recording this for an hour plus, I'm just leveraging off Joy-Cons. I learned nothing! You know what? That's what's funny. Even with all the research I've done, even though I've been recording this for well over an hour, I just leveraged it off. I just held it by one Joy-Con. Incredible. Because once again, that's what, like I said, I figured that this would cause, this feels like you're gripping the whole thing when you do that. That's why you're gonna let go. You're not gonna go, huh, huh, you know, like you're not Spider-Man in the back. I mean, you will if you're a grown-up, but I mean, yeah, you really do just want to hold on to that grip. I get why somebody would figure that out instantaneously, but okay, rugged joysticks, rugged covers. Yeah, I feel it. I get it. Yeah, okay. Done. We unboxed the thing. Let's look at the, what's it called? Dock adapter. Let's look at the dock adapter. So, remember, why do you need a dock adapter? Well, first of all, that don't fit in that. That's why you need the dock adapter. That was always going to be the case. The fact that the system alone barely fits in there, it was inevitable. You were going to need to have some solution, or else it just wouldn't work with the dock. And if it doesn't work with the dock, what is the point? It's even more essential than the Joy-Cons removing, in my personal opinion. I love to play it on the TV. I love to have a little Breath of the Wild in 4K. Now, this is their solution. To put it very simply, this is a USB adapter, right, for the Switch 2. And on the back, unlike the original was the same thing. It was just a fancy USB-C where it has a little guide to help you in, but otherwise the system was just going in, and then in the back it had the AC adapter, Ethernet, and the HDMI. But because it was so simple, you could actually get the travel docks. I got a little one from Genki, that Shadowcast, that worked great. But you can't do that with this one because as a 4K high frame rate device, it's going to get crazy hot. And the way that they have built their cooling is they've got these intakes on the bottom and an exhaust at the top. So when you put this onto the Switch 2 dock, a fan inside here, inside this big part, ramps up. So if we've got airflow points up here and down here, and a fan inside here. Air is going to move through the fan, through these vents, through the bottom, and through your switch. They're all one big airflow happy passageway. Pause. At this point in the video, I originally explained how the cooling fan in the dock cools both the dock and the console, since the system will be running hotter in docked mode, which goes full 4K, high res, all of that. However, I was wrong. And a number of you shouted it out in the comments, which I truly, really appreciate. As we see here in the Switch 2 Welcome Tour breakdown, the fan cools just the dock itself, which helps manage the console's heat by preventing the dock from getting hot and then adding more heat to the back of the already hot system, but it doesn't directly cool the system itself. Since the intakes are on the bottom, it's just pulling cool air up in the same way the system's intakes on the bottom are pulling in cool air. When separated, the way dbrand has designed their adapter, the dock fan becomes kind of irrelevant to cooling the system at all, just focusing on cooling itself. But from what Nintendo indicates, the system should be cooling itself the same way whether it is in the dock or not. And I've even seen some argue that the system could potentially run cooler if not confined to the dock. But keep in mind that this isn't official, and Nintendo designed the Switch 2 to work with the dock directly. And as we learned from the original Switch that would potentially get bricked by third-party docks, using a third-party dock, you do it at your own risk, whether it be dbrand or not. Also, I read that there's some degree of communication between the dock and the console, which may mean third-party docks may not be recognized at all, and the dbrand adapter seems to work fine when it's working, though some people have reported not getting it to work at all. But also, who knows? If you're dbrand adapter is working today. Will it always work? Will there be some update from Nintendo and it won't continue to work in the future? Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to clarify the airflow, give that disclaimer on third-party docks, and now let's get back to the unboxing. But let's see, so you're supposed to pull this thing forward, pull that forward, align this teeny tiny little dot, I'll show it up to this camera right there. Teeny tiny little dot. It needs to align with that little line right there. So unlike the regular Switch dock, which will help you put it in, let's see, so I'm gonna do this hard mode. Push it forward. I'm gonna go down, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna line it up. It goes in, and then it leans back. Done. I've installed the Switch onto, but they say you can't, oh, that's why. You gotta go, oh boy, that's really in there. Oh, okay. All right, a critique I've seen online, and dbrand has said this is not a one-hand solution. So when you could slide it into your Switch, you slide it down, you took it out. There's like a little spring inside there. Little spring inside where it depresses and then will help push out. That helps guide it into the USB-C. It makes it so that you can blindly do it. You're moving back and forth. It's not going to scratch because you're not touching the USB-C until you've fully aligned the system. But this one doesn't have that mechanism. It's just simpler. It's just a exposed USB-C, and you know, it's not going to be, you're going to scratch at the bottom of your system for sure. That is for sure going to happen. So, but okay, that's how you get it in. To get it out, you do need to push down on the dock adapter. Otherwise, if you pull it, it's just going to rip the whole dock adapter straight up, because inside the dock, it's trying to release the Switch. It was mostly resisting with just enough give to let gravity seat it. But okay. Well, this is good. This is good. It's a little jank. It's as not jank as they possibly could make it. I appreciate the build quality. It seems to me, it doesn't obviously match the actual Switch 2 dock. As you can see, it's a different material. It's got a little more texture. I'll put it near my face so it's a little more focused. So this has a little more texture than this. It looks a little more clear. Oh, actually, look at that. What it matches is the 2. That's interesting. So if you're wondering what texture this is and you have a Switch 2 at home, just look at the logo with the 2. That's exactly what it matches. It doesn't have the matte finish that the rest of the faceplate has. It has a bit of a shine to it that matches the Switch 2 logo. But there you go. That's the whole build. That is the entire... Oh, we're doing it. We're doing it. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's finicky. It's finicky. Just like kids holding this wrong, kids are going to struggle to put that into the dock. I can promise you that. There is no question. But is this really a grip and dock solution? Oh, see? I left. That's what happens. And I was pushing down. I'm still pushing down. Holy cow. There we go. Woo! That is snug. It takes the whole thing right off. Okay. That is a known issue. dbrand does not deny that. They just say it's something you got to deal with. They're not going to fix that. I don't think. If I had to guess. They're not going to fix the dock being ejected. But once again, the dock is trying to push it off, so, you know. they're fighting its natural design. I wish there was a way to just hold it down. But if you have something in the way over here, you're going to block the USB. Maybe there's something that can be 3D printed. You shouldn't need to be 3D printing things just to make a fancy purchase work. But alas, oh my God, I didn't do the UV. I'll do the UV in a second. So you should be looking at that footage right now. Ooh, wow, ooh, glow in the dark. Glow in the dark, here we go. I don't know what it looks like. I imagine I will like it. What do you guys think about the glow skins on their own? One of my big complaints, as I said, about the Switch 2 was that the Joy-Con are not as bright and fun as these guys. I like it. I'm happy with that. I think that brings a little more pizzazz to the front of it. And I'm sure the glow in the dark will blow my mind. They give me this, I didn't open it. There you go. It is a UV flashlight. Oh, I gotta pull the battery out. But yeah, it's just a UV flashlight to turn on the glow in the dark. I am saying that with do not point at eyeballs. Do not point at. Ooh. Do not point at your eyeballs. Prolonged exposure will blind you. Now that's important. Keep out of reach of children. UV lights. However, this will give it a whole bunch of glow for the glow in the dark, so I'm excited to try that. And once again, you're looking at it again right now. Ooh, whoa. Ooh, ah. But that is it. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, I know it's a long one, give it a like and also subscribe to this channel for not just more dbrand and Switch 2 content, but all kinds of gaming and tech to come. Consider following me on Instagram and Twitch to get notified whenever a video goes live and to watch me play new games live. If you are still here, thank you so much for watching. That will do it for this one. Until next time, peace.